plant-based milk versus dairy milk. Which one is healthier? According to a 2019 survey, 86% of American adults prefer drinking dairy milk compared to 10% who prefer other beverages, including plant-based milk alternatives. The battle between plant milk and animal milk is raging since veganism has inspired people to consider consuming plant-based dairy alternatives. But is this really true? Should you drink the trendy plant-based kinds of milk or stick with time-tested dairy milk? In this video, we will be exploring the answer to all these questions. Hello everyone! Welcome to the Vegan Alternative. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are not, welcome back. Today's video is all about plant-based milk versus dairy milk. Which one is healthier for you? But before getting into the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now let's get started! First, let's have a brief introduction to dairy milk and plant-based milk and understand why dairy milk has to share the shelf with plant-based milk alternatives. Made from the milk of cows, goats, or other mammals, dairy milk is a nutrient powerhouse that provides essential nutrients, including calcium, vitamin D, and potassium. It is often consumed as a drink on its own or used as an ingredient in a variety of dishes and recipes, including smoothies, cereals, and baked goods. You may either choose to drink dairy milk or can consume dairy products made from it, such as cheese, yogurt, and butter. But not everyone can freely use dairy milk, as some people are intolerant to the lactose found in milk or may have an allergy to the proteins found in it. That's why they must switch to another option, which is plant-based milk. Vegan milk alternatives, also known as plant-based milk, are non-dairy kinds of milk made from plant sources such as nuts, seeds, grains, or legumes. Vegan milk alternatives can be a good option for people who are vegan or vegetarian, who have lactose intolerance or milk allergies, or are looking to reduce their consumption of animal products for environmental or ethical reasons. Different types of vegan milk alternatives can vary in terms of their nutrient content, taste, and texture, so it's important to choose one that meets your needs and preferences. Some common types of vegan milk alternatives that you may consider including in your diet are almond milk, soy milk, oat milk, coconut milk, rice milk, hemp milk, and cashew milk. All these plant-based milk are made up of different ingredients, so you must choose the one that suits your needs. Due to differences in origin, plant-based milk alternatives and dairy milk provide different advantages to the body. Source of many essential nutrients, including calcium, protein, and vitamin D, dairy milk gives some potential benefits over plant-based milk, but in some aspects, plant-based milk is preferable. Experts suggest that a cup of dairy milk is not comparable to a cup of plant-based milk in terms of its nutritional profile. Dairy milk is a good source of several nutrients that are important for overall health, including calcium, protein, and vitamin D. According to a 2019 study, dairy milk and milk products are among the top sources of vitamin D, calcium, riboflavin, vitamin B12, and phosphorus. Some plant-based milk, such as soy milk and almond milk, can also be good sources of these nutrients, but others may be less nutritionally dense. Vegan milk alternatives are often fortified with vitamins and minerals, which makes them beneficial for human health. But the debate doesn't end here, as dairy milk is a richer source of protein content than plant-based milk. Many studies show that dairy milk is a good source of high-quality protein, which is essential for building muscle mass, as well as maintaining many important functions in the body. According to the statistics of US Dairy, 1 cup of milk provides 8 grams of protein. Some plant-based milk, such as soy milk, can also be a good source of protein, providing 6.5 grams of protein in each cup. Some people may prefer dairy milk because of its taste and texture. Dairy milk is considered tastier than most plant-based milk, but this may vary depending on the animal the milk is collected from. Interestingly, in some aspects of health, plant-based milk holds equal or more importance than dairy milk. For example, vegan milk alternatives are suitable for people with lactose intolerance or milk allergies. Plant-based kinds of milk are purely made from nuts and fruits that are not only lactose-free and cruelty-free, but also give you the texture and consistency of dairy milk. Apart from this, some plant-based milks such as oat milk, soy milk, and almond milk contribute a lot to environmental sustainability. Soy is one of the most sustainable milk alternatives as, during its production, the emission of greenhouse gases is much lower than dairy milk. Enjoying the video so far? Then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos. You'll only get smarter, and it's free. No doubt that dairy milk has been used for centuries, but new scientific studies show that it's not a full package of nutrition. Dairy milk has some major disadvantages which are making people switch to plant-based alternatives. For example, some people are intolerant to the natural sugar found in milk, called lactose, which can cause symptoms such as bloating, gas, and diarrhea. In such cases, experts advise drinking plant-based milk, such as soy milk or almond milk, which can serve as a good alternative to dairy milk for people with lactose intolerance. People who are allergic to milk proteins experience symptoms such as hives, swelling, and difficulty breathing. Drinking dairy milk can cause some life-threatening reactions in their body, so they are suggested to switch to plant-based alternatives to fulfill their nutritional requirement. Another disadvantage of consuming dairy milk is decreased environmental sustainability. A report from the World Wildlife Organization shows that dairy cows and their manure produce greenhouse gas emissions that badly impact the climate. Not only this, but some people may choose plant-based milk over dairy milk due to concerns about animal welfare in the dairy industry. Plant-based milk can serve as an option for people who don't consume dairy milk, but these kinds of milk are also not completely healthy. Some plant-based milk may be lower in certain nutrients, such as protein and calcium, compared to dairy milk. It's important to choose plant-based milk that is fortified with these nutrients or to add a variety of other protein and calcium-rich foods to the diet, but this can make the plant milk more expensive. Some people are allergic to plant-based milk containing nuts and soy, while some don't like the taste and texture of these milk alternatives compared to dairy milk. Another drawback to plant-based milk alternatives is that they may not be widely available in all areas, which can be quite flustering for consumers. But the market is now growing and it is expected to reach $42.86 billion by 2029, still a long way to go. After knowing all the potential advantages and disadvantages of dairy milk and vegan milk alternatives, you must be curious to know which one of them is better enough to include in your diet. First, there is no one-size-fits-it-all answer to whether dairy milk or vegan milk alternatives are better, as the best choice depends on an individual's needs and preferences. Both dairy milk and plant-based milk alternatives can be a part of a healthy diet, and you can't deny the fact that both have potential advantages and disadvantages. Undoubtedly, dairy milk provides more nutrients and calories than plant-based milk, which can be beneficial for growing children. But experts suggest that the replacement of dairy with plant-based milk alternatives is unlikely to be a concern for those who have various diet options. Also, if you want to reduce the environmental footprint of your diet, switching to plant-based milk can be a good choice. Experts also suggest that if milk makes a major portion of your daily diet, then dairy milk may prove to be more nutritious as it provides more protein and healthy calories. So in a nutshell, both dairy milk and plant-based milk alternatives have advantages and disadvantages. If you want to choose any one of them, especially if you have some allergies or intolerance issues, it's better to consult a doctor who will help you make a good decision for your health. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends so we can keep making them. Also, make sure to check out other videos on our channel as well. Thanks for watching!